There, now you can see it. So the water flow is 20,000 fewer. I'm gonna guess that's cubic feet per second than it was last time. And we're back at Harmerville and the water's even warmer than last time. So I'm gonna try it again. This is the one that knocked me in last week. Woo, let's go. So it turns out the pin came out of my mount. So we've got handheld today, if we've got anything at all. But I do want to show you around. So I think I'm just going to kind of prop you somewhere, put you in fast mode, and interrupt to show you lagoons, because not only have we not got the same current with 20K less CFS per minute. Wait, that was ridiculous. CFS, cubic feet per second, nothing to do with minutes. Not only that, but the wind is blowing upstream. So this is the leisurely paddle I remember it being today. And it's, I'd have to do something really wrong for it to flip me. I'm not going to say it can't. I'm just saying I'd have to do something really wrong. So I do want to put you in fast mode and see where I can prop you up and yet have you still anchored. It's supposedly 90 degrees today. The place where I crashed is up there, just a bit where a creek lets out. I don't think I was clear about that. There's a creek that has a cross current and it just flipped me up. So let's go to fast. I'll see you there. This was where I couldn't get to last time. I still had the same rapids, but I'm kind of wondering how close we can get to Mama Duck out here. And look at how fast her babies are. Look at how fast they are. Can you see? Without a mount, it's like impossible to get a decent video. I'm so sorry. But her babies are tiny, but incredibly fast. Now I'm just drifting. And this was the creek that flipped me. Right where it lets out back there. It was just tearing through. You can see it was up to where the like sand area is. I think up to there. Because that's pretty freshly ripped. Still kind of high, but that gives you an idea just how high the river was. I think I'm done bothering the duck family, so I'm gonna set you back up. That's a 4-lane road up there. Yep. Wow. That's how fast this river can get. I don't know how much faster than this river gets, but I gotta keep paddling. I wasn't fast enough to get the engine going by, but we were under the second bridge. The first bridge is the railroad. Choo-choo. It was blowing the horn while I was struggling to fish out my camera again, alas. The second bridge is the 4-lane highway I just talked about. They run parallel both to the river and to each other for quite a ways. You hear the horn again? It's in the distance now. Oh, it said Canadian Pacific Railway. That has nothing to do with Pittsburgh. That's been in traveling for a while. Alright, that'll probably go on for 20 minutes because that's the kind of trains that come past here. So I am going to get back to paddling. I wonder how recent this downed tree is. You can see the scruff in the tree up there. By the way, that's black locust. I have yet to determine if it's thornless or not. I might not be able to determine. It might be too far up. It only thorns on newer branches. But it looks like this might have been a black locust too, which would make it hard to tell how old it is, because those don't really rot. They break, but they don't rot. So we got a few trees down through here, and the water was, and the way I can tell is there's like river yuck in the trees, and they're still growing, so that's really recent how high that was, but I don't know how recent the trees are. But it's really taken out the dock structures here. It's a shame. This is a cute little community. You can't really commute from this community, and I say that because that train that goes by will really block you in. Really block you in. But you could try and leave on time, and a 20-25 minute train come, and you wouldn't get to work on time at that point, and they come every hour. Usually on the hour, so you can kind of schedule around it. But I also don't know how often this floods, because if it was just recently up to there, that means it was up to this tree. And then, yikes, huh? Alright, well, I'm gonna get back to paddling. So this is the no wake side. We're looking at islands down the middle, not the opposite shore. And from here up is the largest piece of undeveloped and unmaintained, practically, state land in the United States. So that's technically kind of a state park over there, and it continues past the dam. You can kind of see the dam on the horizon. It's beautiful. It's really fun to explore. Oh, the water's still pretty dang high, because usually there's a sandbar that comes out to about here. This is really shallow. The only deep one is about where that blue boat is up there parked. And I used to, when I was little, we did rope swing there. Like, we'd bring the boat over, a motorboat that back then, and park and rope swing. The deeper parts where the islands have cuts, the current is ripping. I do remember that. I'm gonna stay on this side unless the water goes still. I think I'm gonna stay on this side. Yep, but it's a beautiful day, and I really wouldn't mind if I ended up going swimming either. So that's my opinion on all of this. It also looks like some of the trees that kind of looks like that the topography of the island that I was used to probably 6 or 7 years ago. That's a lagoon over there, unless it's changed. It kind of looks like some of the topography I was used to did get ripped up by current. So, not recent though. That doesn't happen fast, and the trees are more stunted than I remember them. So, someday when the water's even lower than this, it might be really fun to get over there, or when I'm more used to this boat, or if that ends up being real still up there, then it might be fun to get over there and look around. But I don't know. We're gonna keep paddling. This is state park land, undeveloped, pretty well unmaintained too. And here's your plant highlight yet again. So, you know how they say that the margins of the forest are the most ecologically diverse areas in the world? That's no longer true in Pittsburgh, because that's where knotweed grows and nothing else can once the knotweed gets hold. And that is why certain invasive plants are more destructive than others. We have lost so much ecological diversity to this plant. So this whole island would be margins, and it would be marsh, but it's just Japanese knotweed. So welcome to Pittsburgh. At least it's still got trees. There's your plant highlight. I'm gonna go check that there's not water in the chambers, and get some water and coffee, and probably stand knee deep in mud while doing so. And then I'm gonna get back on the river. So yeah, I'm scooting my way back out into the water because the sludge was just too much. My boots, look at them. My shoes rather. Look at them. They're so bad. Completely lost them in the mud. But that's why this side is not the motorboat side. And that's why some people that just went by were paddleboarding right down the middle. Paddleboarding isn't fast. There were never turtles in here before because the water quality's always been too poor. This is amazing. I see one on the shore up there. Watch right, I think here. See him moving? See him moving? Sploosh. How cool is that? There's freaking turtles. There's never been turtles in this river. Also, thank goodness for black willow, because when it falls over, it can just root out the side of its trunk. It's a very unique to willow. His little nose is out. It's pointing right at him. His little nose is out. Hey, turtle. No way, turtle. I cannot believe you're turtling out here. I see like 8, 12 more on the shore up there. When I first saw them moving, I thought they were trash. This is amazing. We have turtles in the city river. This is amazing. They're little smoothback guys with like outlet noses. You know, just put a plug in their nose. That shape, anyway. This is so cool. Well, I gotta keep paddling because I really do have a timeline. And I don't think that this will stay, but we'll see. Everybody's either loading or unloading here, so I'm gonna have to wait my turn. But yeah, I really think it's the detached chair that makes this so easy to fall off of. I'm gonna get my confidence back on it pretty quick. Take care.